What is going on, Jerome's? Happy 4th of July. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. Hopefully everyone still has all 10 digits. Well, 10 if you started with 10. If you came in with 9, hopefully you have 9 on the way out of 4th of July. But let freedom ring. Let the white doves sing, right? So get out there, grill, enjoy the lake, enjoy freedom, enjoy all this awesome stuff, enjoy the greatest movie of all time. Actually, this is not a movie. This is cinema. This is a documentary shot in real time. But, yeah, actually, I bet you Kevin O'Connell will make a great president, or at least a great president in a movie. He'd make a good speech. Anyways, but to celebrate Independence Day, happy 4th of July, here are 10 things that the Vikings are declaring independence from in 2023. First up, taxes on tea. Not just playing. 60 plus years of history. So since the Vikings came into the league, 1961, it's been a little bit tough. It's a little bit rough, losing Super Bowls and then not even getting to Super Bowls, but losing NFC title games and not even losing NFC title games, losing NFC divisional round games. It's tough. But putting all that aside, and we can't even say that we're the lovable losers because the national media jabroni haircuts, they hate our guts. That's why every single Vikings accomplishment is downplayed. Every single Vikings flaw is amplified. They love sowing division within our ranks, and that's exactly what they do. So pushing all that aside, it's a new day, a new dawn. Hey, Kevin O'Connell, Quasi, adofo-mensah, Justin Jefferson, they don't care that the Vikings lost 4 Super Bowls. They don't care that the Vikings always seem to in big-time spots, or fortune does not usually go their way. Putting all that aside, declaring independence from. Next up, declaring independence from the national media jabroni haircuts. Now, I already wrote them off a long time ago because you see through their game where, hey, it's very easy to score points with the casual national audience viewer just by punching supposedly down on the Vikings. Every single thing that the purple do is discounted. Oh, Kirk Cousins, crap. Oh, Justin Jefferson, not a top 5 receiver, all that stuff. But yeah, the game is over. And I think that people are starting to realize, whether it's ESPN, Fox Sports, NFL Network, anywhere, like they're always going to poo-poo on the Vikings because in the back of their mind, they've been conditioned because they used to be fans back in the day too, and they were watching all the national media jabroni haircuts from a couple years ago. It's like, hey, I can score easy points and I can get some clout by hating on the Vikings. That's exactly what they do with their analysis all the time, over and over and over again. And yeah, we don't put any credence behind it, but we just like pointing out the hypocrisy over and over because that's what we do. We're a watchdog, baby. Arr. Next up, number 3. Declaring independence from shotgun on 4th and inches. So saw this a lot. Shotgun or empty, 3rd and inches, 4th and inches. And maybe it's because Kevin O'Connell didn't trust Dalvin in short yardage. I don't know. Maybe they didn't trust the interior offensive line. It's possible. But C.J. Ham, Josh Oliver, best blocking tight end in the game. Hey, 4th and inches, we're running the damn ball. Running the damn football, baby. That's right. Right up the gullet. Let's go. Next up, declaring independence from calling better plays on 4th and 8. I knew this was going to come up. But, again, people give Kirk Cousins too much stick over that play. What exactly was he supposed to do with a long developing play, immediate Dexter Lawrence pressure right in his face because Ezra and Bradbury couldn't block anyone that day? And then just his options were take a sack or see if TJ Hawkinson can break 1 tackle. That's it. That's it. All right, so but you could just throw it up to Jefferson. Yeah, into triple coverage. Then you roast him for that. But yeah, it all comes down to Kevin O'Connell. Need to call a better play. Need to call a better play on 3rd down, but also 4th and 8. And I think that's something that Kevin O'Connell can grow and show from year 1. I mean, he did a pretty damn good job for his inaugural season as head coach. I think that it would be even better as a sequel. Unlike the Independence Day movie, which the sequel sucked balls, but I digress. Well, maybe we should start a movie channel. Anyways, next up, number 5. Declaring independence from still 9 yards off. Where was I? Lining up. Close enough. All right, so declaring independence from lining up 9-10 yards off the receivers on defense, where the corners were just like out there on an island just watching life happen to them. And it was tough, man, because you could say, well, they didn't have the personnel to do press man. Don't care. I do not care at all. If you get beat, you get beat. But guess what? Any receiver in the league, any receiver in FCS, FBS, FDS, FZS can get open if you give them 9 yards of cushion. And it's just really easy, and especially in that playoff game, it really was stealing, and Dayball they just gave it to Dontel, and that's the whole thing. At a certain point, don't you just commit mutiny? Instead of lining up 7, 8, 9, 10 yards off the receiver like he instructed to, just get all up in there. It's like, no, screw it. I'm drawing the line. We ain't doing this anymore. Next up, number 6. Declared independence from the Quasi haters. Now, fully understand that last year's draft class, a lot of injuries, not getting the time of day, and also getting rid of a lot of brand name players like Thielen, like Kendricks, like Zadarius Smith, like Patrick Peterson this offseason. You're gonna question his bona fides, but I respect what Quasi has been doing. I respect that he is not afraid if he sees value trading in division. 2 trades during the draft with the Lions and the Packers, as well as trading for TJ Hawkinson in division. He ain't scared, and he makes a lot of moves that are unpopular, but he's building a team. And I think that they're going to start seeing the fruits from that labor this year, because all the national media jabroni haircuts are saying that the Vikings are rebuilding this year. Baloney. Baloney. Got something for you. The roster got better every single spot, and you could say like, hey, they lost Kendricks. Hey, they lost Thielen. Hey, they lost this, that, and the other thing. Hey, they got better every single spot, man. Next up, number 7. Declaring independence from not blitzing. So the Vikings were in the bottom 5 last year in terms of blitzing teams, and Brian Flores coming on in his final 2 years in Miami, top 2 in the league in blitzing every single year. And that's my whole thing, man. Like, hey, you're going to give up points. You're going to give up yards. It's the modern NFL. But if you can get a sack, if you can kill a drive that way, if you can get 1 turnover, that could be the difference between winning and losing. That can flip the entire script of a game, just being opportunistic. And the defense last year, they gave up points. They gave up yards. I mean, they made a couple plays towards the end of games, except those were more exceptions, not the rules. They were bottom third of the league in pressures. They were bottom third of the league in sacks, despite having Zadarius and Daniil, and really got sick of it, man. Really got sick of it. Where, hey, the entire second half of the season, every single fan was griping about, hey, let's play press man across the board, let's blitz, and whatever happens. But it's like, but the other team could put up yards and points. They're already putting up yards and points. Give yourself a damn chance, man. That's exactly what we're saying. Next up, number 8. Declaring independence from wasting a year of Harrison Smith. Now, one of the reasons why Harrison had a fine year last year, but he wasn't as effective as during the Zimmer regime, where Zimmer basically used him as a line of scrimmage captain. He basically used him all over the place. He blitzed Harrison frequently, averaging about 3 to 4 times a game. And Harrison had 18 total blitzes last year, which is just a travesty, just a wasting of what he does best. And yeah, Harrison was fine in coverage last year, but it felt like you were misusing one of his few seasons that he has left, and that was really a travesty. But I think Harrison Smith could be one of the guys who benefit the most from switching over to the Flores scheme. Next up, number 9, declaring independence from JJ under 2K, where I think Justin Jefferson is going to have 2,000 yards this season. I think he's going to have 2,000 yards next season. And once they expand to 18 games, I think he'll get 2,000 yards receiving every single year for the next decade. I firmly believe that. Because, hey, you can focus on JJ all you want. You could double and triple him. But, hey, when Addison and Hawkinson and KJ are putting up numbers, you're going to have to drift a little. And then guess what? If you're so focused on stopping JJ in the passing game, we're going to play heavy. We're going to bring in CJ Ham. We're going to bring in Josh Oliver. We're going to bring in Madison. We're going to bash you right in the face with the run game. So you're not going to be able to pick your, well, it is a pick your poison. You're not going to be able just to gang up on Justin Jefferson and him running free. He's running free down the wing. That's right. He's going to get after it. I just combined like 4 songs right there. Whatever. But yeah, Justin Jefferson is going to be absolutely getting into the record books more. Pay him, by the way. Lastly, independence from Kirk Cousins, hate and slander. So this is a lot of fun, where I initially did not like the Kirk Cousins signing, and I was calling a spade when Kirk Cousins was an issue his first 2.5 seasons. But it all flipped the bye week of 2020. The first 6 games before the bye week in 2020, Kirk played probably the worst football of his career. Second half, played fantastic. And since then, and especially last year, he's been playing at a high level. And every single piece of this offense got better. Like, Addison, the rookie, is an upgrade over the veteran Thielen. Kevin O'Connell in year 2. Bringing in Josh Oliver. Offensive line. Continuity as well as health. One time. And yeah, I mean, Dalvin had some gas left in the tank, but not at that salary, and the running back room will be perfectly fine. And I truly believe that Kirk Cousins, I think he's going to have a chance to be in the MVP conversation. I fully understand that with Mahomes and Josh Allen and Burrow, it's going to be tough. I don't care. I do not care at all. Everything is lining up that Kirk Cousins and the Vikings will be a force in the NFC, and Kirk Cousins could legitimately make a claim to be the best quarterback in the conference by the end of the year when it's all said and done. So I said bring him, man. But that's it. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.